What is going on, guys? We are back here playing Trove. This is typically not my main MMO, but normally I play DC, but DC's got kind of boring, so I'm back on that Trove grind. Uh, they recently had some pretty good updates, so with the crystal gems and a lot of other stuff, so it's keeping it fresh. But today, I'm just gonna show you guys, since there's not a lot of YouTube videos out there. A lot of them are old, but just the ideal Neon Ninja build. Pretty much my main class I play. Sometimes I'll swap to the Knight class, because with the Neon Ninja you can literally like basically swap everything, because they're both usable. Like, it uses the melee weapon, all the gems, physical damage. The only thing would be the class gem. So I have one empower gem that I have to have a different on the Knight. But yeah, this is the main focus. Neon Ninja, pretty much one of the top dungeon farmer. Damage is pretty good. So yeah, let's get into the build here. Alright, so right now everything is Crystal 4, that's the highest. So we got, for the Neon Ninja, it's literally, you're always going to want this. And it's going to be movement speed, magic find, and attack speed on all of your 3 pieces. So pretty much you can see here, I got it on all of them. And then light, of course, that's an automatic stat. So is health, so is the physical damage light, and the health and light, that's always going to be there. The bottom 3 are the ones that are random. And so yeah, that's what you want to aim for. That this week is actually where you can randomize the bottom 3 stats, so that's always good if you want to mix it up. But yeah, I'm good for myself on the stats. So that's that. Okay, then we get into the banner here. This is the best banner to use, but it's the perma torch. It's pretty much like one of the hardest drops in the game, but I was fortunate enough to get it. So basically, if you have any other type of banner, it's basically the same like stat. It's just, the values are going to be lower, so like the light and stuff, but basically the same concept. You're going to do physical damage, flask, and movement speed, because that's like your main thing for the Neon Ninja is movement speed. Then we have the ally. This is kind of a choice. I like to go with the higher light, so I choose Ernie, which is 400 light, and you also get physical damage, and then you get a shield. So it's kind of like Cubic Curtain in a way. It basically gives you now and then you'll have you'll be invincible for 1 hit. So it doesn't last too long, but it gives you 1 hit to where you can't take damage. So here's the other ally that people use that I don't use anymore. It's in Delves and Animated Jug. So you're gonna want to get this one if you want to go that route. But basically you have 100 less light, less physical damage, but the difference of this one is you gain movement speed when a nearby enemy dies, and you gain 15% health. So this is if you want like extreme speed, you're trying to get that movement boost. To me, it's not enough. I like to take that 100 light and damage boost. And then the gaining 15% health is really doesn't make a difference whether you die or not. Yeah, basically whether you die or not, it's not gonna, because really this is the main thing. I choose to run the Vampirian Vanquisher, which is way better than that ability because this is based on a critical hit. So you're literally, this is basically what's going to keep you alive. Uh, so that's that. The two choice for the allies. Now for the ring, it is very annoying to get Crystal 4. Uh, it takes a while, a lot of RNG too. Uh, but mainly, this is where you're going to want to get your energy regen. That's the only piece of gear you'll get it from that you want to. You don't want to sacrifice something here, like, because you could technically get energy regen from one of these pieces of gear, but don't do that. You want to save it. You want to get it from the ring. So yeah, this is a C4 ring. And now the hidden effects, it's not mandatory. Uh, because okay, basically the only one that I would use that is viable is clone jitsu. Uh, and I'll tell you here in a second why it's good. But so the other ones are float like a butterfly. That one is pretty much pointless. I mean, you basically when you use your super, you're able to float a little bit. So yeah, it's not really that useful. And the other one that's not good is recharge. Recharge would be the best, but there's a cooldown, and it's I believe a 30-second cooldown, so it's literally pointless. Basically, when you roll, so you know how you use up energy, right? And like, let's say people start jumping like this. So when you do your dodge with circle, when I do that right there, it would recharge my energy. So like, boom, recharge. So that would be really good because what tends to happen in a lot of dungeons is you have to start going high up. So you start, I start using it, and then if I dodge, boom, energy. So the reason why is because it has that cooldown, and 30 seconds is way too long. Like, recharging it once every 30 seconds is pretty trash. So, yeah, that if it had like no cooldown or like a 5 second, then it'd be that would be the best. Uh, so yeah, that's what. So float like a butterfly, not good. Recharge, it's called, is not good. You can't see it here because your ring only gets 2 hidden effects, a choice of. I didn't even get the recharge. So now the last one, which I'm using, is clone jutsu. Uh, Basically like a little Naruto reference right there, which is kind of neat. The whole concept of Neon Ninja, in a way, is kind of has that vibe to it, you know, from Naruto. But anyways. The clone created by your shadow flip explodes at the end of its duration. So the reason why this is the only viable one is because it's just a little damage boost. And there's no cooldown, so it's just boom, boom, boom. Right here. This is all damage right here. You can even group it. So it's just kind of neat. So it's pretty cool. That's clone jutsu. I wouldn't stress if you get a C4 ring. I wouldn't like, the main thing is you want to get. So if you're, let's say you don't even have a C3 ring, uh, you know, always be aiming to get energy regen. And if you get clone jutsu, then take it. And this is where you'll be doing all the ring stuff. It's very annoying process. Too much RNG in my opinion. But yeah, so anyways, that is that. And then for the food, this is pretty much the best one right now. The free range electro whatever crystals, get 300 light, and health regen, which is pointless, and then you get 3 jump and flask capacity. So yeah, you're pretty much, you earn this from the delves. It's easy to get. So you get it from delves by dismantling certain drops that you get. A lot of stuff you get from there you don't even need, so you just end up like loot collecting it or whatever. And you could get these, and they also drop from the delve little boxes that drop like every floor or whatever. So Yeah, so they're easy to get. So a little free 300 light. Uh, okay, so for the emblems and flask, of course, pretty much death defying is the main one everyone should be using. The only other one that you could use for like the most efficient farming would be this one right here, Conjurer's Crucible Vial, because it has a chance to recover a charge when your magic find triggers. So basically, you can keep it up always, and you can be popping it to do to utilize the emblems. Because once you pop your flask, you know your emblems have 3 seconds, uh, and you can get like the damage boost. So this is like a good farming if you just want to. The only thing risky of this is you can't be using it in an area that you might actually die. Which if you're farming in the high end game, you know you're going to be dealing with that, like U11, uh, you know. So you're pretty much, most people in game are using death defying. So that's that. Uh, we got trailblazing, grants a jump and movement boost. Uh, pretty much always should be using that for the most part. Unyielding, no. I would say the only other one would just be this for a pure like damage build, maybe for a boss. The master cheap emblem. Basically any emblem that says summons a damage dealing ally that deals based on your physical, you're gonna use that. So you got this one, or if you have Beamer emblem, does the same thing. So it's a good damage boost there. Maybe just for like bosses, if you don't need trailblazing, you could use that. Alright, so we go into here. Subclass, a lot of people use Knight. Right now, I used to always use it, but right now I'm not. I'm using a Solarian, uh, or Solarian, I think is how you say it. Yeah, Solarian. Because the 140 light you get. So that's a really nice addition. It gives me a lot of. I'm pretty close to max light. There's like a few things. I think like 2 dragons that give like a total of 70 light, so I could pick up a few there, but I don't have those. Yeah, so before I show the stats, let me get into the gems. So pretty much, like I said in the beginning, when I was talking about this one, you're pretty much always gonna use Vampirian Vanquisher. It's really good for getting leeching health, as you can see it says, and you get some movement speed too. And then that's the class gem. So the oop, you guys can't even see it, my damn things. Right there, the big shuriken. So it's really nice. Now with the new rework, they've had this for a decent amount of time, but it used to be where you couldn't build a ring. Normally it's a ring, but for me, I'm using this costume that shows the charge instead. But see, so basically you can do your backflip and form your 3 charges and then throw your big shuriken. 1, 2, 3, and then boom. So, yeah. But yeah, so that builds up your shuriken. Or obviously the main thing is just hitting enemies. So you hit your 3 hits and you can build the 3 rings. So that's why your attack speed is always a primary one to use. So there's the class gem. Now for the other 2 empowereds, okay, so a must is for sure Pyrodisc, and this will help you know, how fast you go and stuff, and it does a lot of damage too. So that's pretty good. And then okay, so this one I use explosive epilogue. Honestly, other than this, there's, I don't know, there's not really, this is not like a necessary one, but it's probably the best one out of what's left, I would say. And so that's that. And then for all the actual stats in the gems, it's literally all the same, pretty much. Well, for light, you're gonna want critical damage, physical damage, and light. And these are the 3 stats you're gonna want, like 100%. That's what you're gonna want. So make sure you have that. Um, and then let me go into the gem forge here so you can see. So you're gonna want to make sure you have the 3 little boosts there you see on light. Make sure they're on light. So there's 3 boosts right there into light. 3 boosts into light. So that's your main focus for these, because light is one of the most important stats in the game for damage. So that's that. Okay, and then so we go over here, and you're gonna want physical damage, critical damage, and the reason why you're seeing health on some of these is because once, okay, I'm gonna show you my stats here, but well, I'll go over it later. But once you hit 100 critical hit, you can start just putting you can put health into it, because all you need is 100% is the cap, you know, and that's it. That's all you need is 100. So that's why I have health. But basically, you're gonna have critical hit until you get 100. So look at critical hit. Let's see, my lowest gem, 11.9. So 11.9. So once my crit hit gets even higher and it gets to 11.9, basically I'm going to change the critical hit and put health so I can get some more health. Right now I'm at 1 mil, so just to get more health. And yeah, so if any new players, basically these 3 right here improve stats. As you can see the percentages, I don't have max on it, so yeah, so these 3 improve it, and then this is the one that changes it. So let's say I get 112 crit hit, right? So now I want to convert it so I can go back down to 100, because I'm wasting stats, right? So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to use this one right here to re-roll the stat. And all there is in as far as the options, it's just critical hit and health. So yeah, that's what I'll do once. And then this one right here, the Chaos Flare, this one moves upgrade boost. So if you see the 3 little little boosts there, right above the number, those little boosts, this will move it to another stat. So like for example, when you're trying to get all of them to light, you can do that. So, and yeah, so that's pretty much the idea for all the rest of the stats. Pretty much covers the gems, and so I'll just give you a rundown of the stats here. I'm pretty close to the highest stats are higher than this, but this is pretty up there. Like I can handle the highest tier pretty good. Like I can do it pretty quick as far as killing and stuff, which is U11. So 550k physical damage is what I got right now. That's the main damage stat. My health's at 1 million. Let's see. Okay, energy regen helps the Neon Ninja. Mine's at 385. Movement speed 118. When I roll, let's check the boost. So it goes up to wasn't fast enough. Okay, 178. So that's how fast you are with a Neon Ninja. Just by doing that. The best way is like, let's say you just killed a dungeon, you're moving to the next one. You're actually gonna want to, like, if you're able to, because a lot of these new biomes it's hard to do it, but you're gonna want to set yourself up and like roll back because it's faster. But half the time you can't always, so just because how the biomes are. Okay, so then we have the attack speed. The cap for the attack speed, where it actually affects like gameplay performance, is 300. So I'm literally 8% away, and yeah, so that is, I'm pretty much there. Pretty much all I need is this dragon right here. Let me go to it real quick. Right there, and I'll get 7%. So I'm 1% shy of it, but that's really not much of a difference. So that'll put me at 299. So yeah, you're gonna wanna, I would say for a Neon Ninja, if you're starting up as like a newer player, like focus on dragons that have the attack speed. And physical damage, energy regen, all that stuff. So yeah, 300% is the cap. Got 28 jump, 110 critical hit. Like I said before, 100% is all you need. So yeah, once I get like 112, I'll convert it to the health one. 2,484. That's pretty good. I would say like max stats for like a Neon Ninja, like fully upgraded gems. See, mine aren't fully upgraded. These are fully upgraded as far as the level goes, but they're not fully augmented. So there's like two, they got the level, and then you got the freaking augment. So oh, this one's fully upgraded. Let me see. That one's not. Okay, that one almost is. But yeah, so like a fully upgraded, I'll probably be sitting at, and then this is also including, you gotta get your dragons and stuff. That helps collecting the dragons. I would say like 2,900 critical damage, and then maybe like 500, like 80k. So I'm a little shy on both of them, but this is still like good stats, good enough to like easily handle and go fast through U11. Magic Fine's pretty high, so I'm able to get like, the main thing why Magic Find is good is it helps you get flux and just getting drops and stuff. So it's a good thing you want to get up eventually. Flash capacity 23. That's an important one. And then the light right there, 10,595. So that's pretty much the highest. So, and that's the main stat. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll give you a general glimpse of. So this is Geode U11. Any new players, if you want to see like how an in-game Neon Ninja look, it's pretty fun to play. Okay. See, I can pre-charge it too to max shuriken, so when I go into a dungeon, yeah, it's like, see how fast you are. Not too many classes you can be this like this. Pop your flask, boom. Get that damage boost. That's if you really want to go fast. See if I can show you guys a 5-star dungeon clear time. So you can see I'm not really doing the backflip where I can't see in front of me. Just like I said, the biomes now, they're just, it's pretty annoying to do it, but regardless, it's still a fast class. See, I can kind of do it here if I wanted to, but alright, let's look for a 5-star. Oh, so if you see that blue thing way off in the distance, kind of where my cursor is looking at, my guy, that is the Leviathans, if anyone doesn't know. That's where you get like the perma torch and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna do a different, this 5-star dungeon is very, I still don't get the format of it, like where the bosses spawn. So I'm gonna look for another one here. Here, let me head down here. Yeah, as you can see, the clone Jitsu can honestly start getting annoying, like when these but so yeah, that's kind of one drawback I've noticed. Okay, so this is an old 5-star one. I know this one's really easy as far as like, so with the Neon Ninja you can get some pretty fast clear times. Oh, missed that one. So yeah, there's that with 2 minutes to spare. Pretty good. But yeah, so with Magic Find, just by doing that, you know, this will give a good amount of flux. So yeah, this is the Neon Ninja, how it is now. Pretty much same build as it was, you know, from way back, just with the new little things added, some things to clarify. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I might show the night build, because that's pretty much the only other class I play as right now is Neon Ninja and Knight. So I might drop another video on that. But if you guys have any questions, any new players, because this game can be a confusing MMO, so let me know if you need any tips in general or for the Neon Ninja. But alright, I'll see you guys later. Peace.